That Beetlejuice sequel, it was on major drugs. Wow. If you thought that first one was bonkers, wait till you get a load of this one. Here's a few spoilery details that jumped out at us. So you know the drill. Spoilers ahead. If you don't want to know, you should probably go. You've been warned. Beetlejuice is like a genie or a Meeseeks box. A ghost for hire that'll show up and do your dirty work. But there's usually a sinister catch. In the first one, he was pretty chill. Until he spotted a sucker to exploit. But in this one, he has some problems haunting him from his past. So he's a little more motivated to get things going. Now on to the Maitlands. How to explain their absence? I believe Lydia said we found a loophole that let them move on. Poppycock. Or is it? I was thinking on my way in that them being stuck in that house of theirs didn't really make sense because they didn't die in it. It was on a bridge. Well, in the water. Actually in a car. They should have haunted that damnable dog that dropped them in. Anyway, that messily managed afterlife office could have just called it clerical error and reassigned them elsewhere. I suppose that could explain things. Psst, loophole. Now Lydia is a TV show host in this. Kinda like Venkman in Ghostbusters 2. The cool twist in this movie is that Astrid, who is dear Lydia's skeptic daughter, right, she has Mom's ability to see ghosts too and realizes she's dating one. Kinda like Sixth Sense, without the dating part. And if she can see ghosts, she might start remembering others from her past who were likely specters as well. Kinda like Men in Black when Will Smith thought of someone he knew who had been an alien. One of those, oh, that explains a lot moments. One strange throwaway detail is the casual mention that Lydia's real mother is still alive. But then they don't really go anywhere with the fact. That raises more questions than answers. The musical production used the fact that her mother was dead as a major plot point, and to explain her dour personality. There were several songs about it, especially that one. Dead Mom. It was almost a way to look at the audience and say, by the way, we're not affiliated with that show, and then moving on. Ooh, tell them how sandworms are actually aliens. The first movie made a comment suggesting there was a Saturn connection, but in this one they explain very clearly that they are on Titan, and you can see Saturn in the background. Okay, they don't say they're aliens, but I'm pretty sure that's what an alien is. Now cut to the ending. People are getting bored. Another attempted wedding between Lydia and the Bee-Man. But unlike the first one where he was rushing to seal the deal, they start singing and flying. They weren't singing, they were lip-syncing. That scene lasted an eternity. There was a lot of lip-syncing in the movie. And once again, they arranged for a sandworm to come and gobble up the bad guy. Up until the end, they always attack the good guys. Makes one curious how they know the film is ending and it's time to switch targets. Well, there's some more stuff, like seeing actual pages from the handbook. Prop makers rejoice. And you don't have to cause your own death to be a civil servant in the afterlife. But what, we're taking Otho's word for that now? And apparently Charles took up birdwatching as a hobby, which he discovered from Adam's books in the first movie. Before his untimely demise. Well, that's our list, and it sure was... wild. Weird. What they said. Yar.